No.
Mm,
No. No. She'll live. She'll be fine. Just the blast made her eat dicks, but she's fine.
morning, everyone. Hope you're doing good. Getting everything all set up so we can play some Alan Wake 2. Yesterday, we did find out that Alan is back in the real world, or supposed real world, and that a lot of stuff has gone crazy. Now, I do know that there was a thing like he mentioned Scratch. I think that's Mr. Scratch, who's like, I think the evil version of Alan. This we already saw.
Who are you?
Where we found that like Alan somehow got out of the dark place.
Anderson, where did you go? All of a sudden the radio stopped working and then that flooding just disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Investigate the previously flooded area.
Alex Casey? How? Am I still... Is this the dark place? No, it can't be. I got out.
Should look around. With the flooding gone, could be further clues out there. The flooding disappeared very suddenly. I wonder if there's any connection to the overlap. To Nightingale.
Can't go through here. You know, like I said, the way that like Alan is talking to Casey,
I thought I'd never see this place again.
Take your time. But you should know these woods aren't the safest.
Yeah. It's getting dark. You have a flashlight? It's not safe without light.
dead deer. I think this is where like the flooded area was. So maybe Alan is writing the story, or was writing the story at the same time Scratch
The
was
locked box.
writing his.
Is that the cult of the tree symbol on it?
Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3. Ah, good old flares. And what does this say?
The cult doesn't see their victims as people.
Remember, they look like us, but they aren't. They're animals, and it's our job to hunt them and gut them. Eh. What was that? Another manuscript page.
He'd been on the trail of the writer forever. The writer he despised. Hemingway, Bukowski, Wake. I'll get you. I'll find you. I'll make you pay. You're in over your head. He descended into the tunnels, from the Dark City, into the ocean of darkness. Next stop, Caldera Street Station. Something, a presence, rumbled. Not a train. Shadows shifted on the platform. The writer's cult waited for him there. The cult of the word. Occultists lean close. I carry his words close to my chest now. You're not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise. He'd be caught, murdered. They got him. They didn't get him. He was reborn out of hate. He was there, but he was risen. Sent to find the light switch up from the lake that was not the lake.
Okay. Alright, where's the previous areas? This way. Oh, quick turn mechanic, huh? Ooh, hello. Come on.
Even the animals are turning into monsters.
Saga burns away the dark substance. Sounded less like she was healing herself and more another thing entirely. Streamside stash key. Let's see. Chase catch a yellow perch and a mid-sized pike. Almost caught a lake trout, but it gave me a slip. So now I'm trying to walk around the woods just before sunrise. Had binoculars or telescope or something. Taking notes. Didn't notice me. Good. Don't need detention. Okay, so we can go over here, check out this side. Like I said, it's so weird that we're doing like an open world type Alan Wake game when the other one is so like streamlined.
There's something written here. A poem? Or a riddle? Reminds me of the nursery rhymes I read to Logan when she was little.
Let's see. One bird for light, 2 for darkness, 3 birds for a fight, 4 for a struggle, 5 for injury, 6 for misery, 7 for the ending, whatever it may be. Okay, so we gotta find something here.
A little clothespin doll. Perfect weird souvenir for Logan. Think, Saga.
Alright, 1 bird for light.
Something feels different. I should look around. A charm.
Charms have various benefits.
It'll go great on the bracelet Logan made for me. Huh. That was strange. Gotta keep an eye out for more of these rhymes.
Hammer chain. Attack stagger enemies more often. Oh, this is probably one of those things that the Bureau of Control is looking into. Whoop. Hello.
Can't forget the dolls. Might need them again.
So I'm guessing you bring back and you get those different, you come back with more dolls and you put them on those things. Let's see. Yes, Miriam and Matt, well, thanks for the lovely hag. Patty came down from New York and loved every minute of the trip. Laurie and Bob have seen better days. Kev, nice to see you got here. Mr. Lockhart, May I suggest adding some nice rest stops along the way? Wait. This looks like it could be a place to put the fuse in.
Another one of those rhymes.
Okay. Guarding her babies, doing her best to protect our home. The beast coming to feast, but only a hero of heart can keep the two apart. So we're going to put the bird on the heart? No. Mother crow sits in her nest. Nest would be in a tree. Guarding her babies, doing her best. Protect her home from the beast coming home to feast. There's definitely more of those little doll things. Do a little quick save. Ooh, manuscript page.
Children in Bright Falls all grew up hearing stories about the cult of the tree. Feral maniacs living in the woods. Satanists chanting, "We watch in the night," as they perform blood sacrifices in the forests. Or things not quite human lurking in the dark. There were many versions of the story, but they all shared one important element. Danger in the dark, in the woods. Somewhere among all the urban legends lay a secret truth. The real identity of the cultists prowling in the woods. Real faces hid behind the masks. Real hands held the knives. Real people fulfilling a grim purpose. The forest was not safe. People were right to keep their children away from the trees. Back at Witch's Ladle,
I did
Saga
see that
planted
like a lot of this
flashlight
stuff
with
is starting to get
strange,
crossed
dark
out.
Substance. The same substance Nightingale had left at the morgue. There was something hidden under it. She strained to see. The opposite of sunspots in her eyes. Blacker than black. Suddenly a change. The light reacted to the substance. A feedback loop, surging up her arm. Saga squeezed the flashlight, willing it to penetrate the dark matter. Burn it away.
Keep on pressing the wrong things. Okay, Witch's Ladle. No, Witchfinder Station. I am running low on ammo, so if another wolf pops up, I'm probably gonna have to run for it. So we go this way into the... Okay, we just follow the path. Up here, it looks like? Alrighty days.
There's a rhyme over here.
Okay, let's say the hero, brave and strong, left home to right a wrong. From the woods came a wolf so greedy. He ate what he found in the house without a host. The hero returned to find she lost the thing she loved the most.
I feel bad for these guys.
I have a feeling I'm gonna pet one of these things that's gonna jump out at me. Is it tight? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. I don't like how the music's getting all spoopy. Let's see. Tip of the day: when nature is on a hike, calls on a hike. Check the wind before answering. So somebody definitely used to live in this old house. Oh, it's a Bureau and Control. Research into reality alternate effects discovered in Cauldron Lake, utilizing fiction and art as a source, and then manifesting results in action. The Federal Bureau of Control's intent to research this project, experiment with nursery rhymes, hereinafter referred to as fiction, and attempt to recreate conditions in which writing would become reality. The hypothesis is that there are two ways fiction affects reality, either by reflecting events that have come to pass but are not known to their later creator, whose act of creation therefore becomes a catalyst for past events which they serve as a source of fiction of their own inspiration, or by the fiction itself being the initiating force in the present timeline. Okay, so what they think they're saying is that, like, basically if you write it, it becomes true, but they don't know if the fiction itself is creating the narrative of willing itself into existence, or if it's because somebody has to observe what was created for it to become real. Oh wow, we got a few things with the Cult of the Tree. I wonder how many, like, detectives actually do this IRL.
Creepy dolls, mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess.
Okay, reenact their rhyme.
Doesn't look right.
Rhyme found near the bridge. Hey, Limousine. I'm doing good. Got back home last night, so just kind of taking it easy. Aha. Hero doll. Wolf doll. Okay, Witchfinder Station, the stream side, and the Cauldron Cabin rentals. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy that I got this time off. See, are there any more dolls in here? It doesn't look like it. Now, what are you up to today? Are you just kicking back as well? Okay, so the Bureau of Control is definitely here. It's late afternoon, storming and raining, but you got your laundry then. That's good. Okay, what was the rhyme again? The hero left home to right a wrong. From the woods came a wolf. The hero, brave and strong, in the house without a host.
Nope. Doesn't make sense. I have a weird feeling something's changed.
Whoa, hello.
What is this?
Wolf prints. When they go into the house.
What the hell?
This is getting into like quantum physics type of deal.
Another charm for my bracelet.
Saves you from death but shatters in the process. Ooh, that's cool. Kind of funny, it's a coffee mug. Let me see if I have a feeling as soon as I go out that wolf is going to attack me. Wasn't that moose on the ground before? By the way, moose are scary. A lot of people don't know that they can go up to 10 feet tall. Ooh, another manuscript page.
An overlap of the dark place needed a push from both directions to manifest itself. Reality in our world eroded by repeated dark lore tied to a location. And a counterpoint. A work of art, a horror narrative crafted in the depths of the dark place, connecting to the story on the other side to reach out through the weakened veil. A story of a lawman whose heart was cut out of his chest. Two corrupt men killed by their own twisted ambition. A haunted old woman drowned in a bathtub. Twisted reflections on the other side of the mirror. Arcs stabbing through realities, amplifying the influence of the dark place. These elements working in conjunction made a trickle that became a torrent.
I love the detail that they put on that owl. I think it's a barn owl?
became the nightmare territory where the dark place encroached on
No,
our
wait,
reality.
is it?
A blanket over it.
I think
where
it
they
is a
all
barn owl. No,
overlapped,
it's a
causing
horned
reality
owl.
to twist and loop like a bad dream, remolding anything and anyone within its dark horror design.
You know the scariest thing about like owls is that like
We've reached the car, Anderson. How's it going down there?
I think I'm done here. I'll meet you at the parking lot.
the owls we don't have any holidays
I've been
since
thinking more
Constitution
about the
Day.
cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Okay, let's see. We haven't had any holidays since Constitution Day in July. Doesn't mean we haven't had any breaks. A long summer break and a week of fall break. Ah, so you have like a pretty big stretch in between, huh? Like, I know we have like quite a few breaks here every now and then here in the States. Alright, let me look. Ah, I keep on pressing the wrong button. Okay, there was another thing around here, right? Oh no, it's up here. So what do you got planned for today, Limousie? Are you just gonna kick back, relax, spend time with the family? Okay, what's the thing here? The mother crow sits in her nest, guarding her babies, doing her best. Okay, the hero one is easy. That's a heart. I'm guessing the crow would be here. And the bee's coming home to feast. No, wait. The beast would be coming home to feast, so the crow would be here, and the wolf would be here.
Think, Saga.
A lot of different holidays in the first 6 months. Same old, same old. Okay, so we'll put the crow doll there and the wolf dog there.
Doesn't look right.
Okay, mother crow sits in her nest, guarding her babies. Oh.
Nah.
And then the wolf goes up here. Because then we have... Okay, so what changed? Would it be another charm or something around here? Apart from watching Chelsea stream a little earlier. Yeah, I'm actually going to see if I can stop by and say hello. Because she said she was going to do, I think, a cooking stream with, like, her dad and her brother, I think. Let's see, I'm trying to find out what changed around here. Do a little quick save. Dark substance when the rhyme was completed. No. Down here.
No.
I don't know why, but this is making me think of that Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme with Charlie. I don't know if a deviled egg is something you eat for Thanksgiving. I mean, deviled eggs before. It's not something like we really make for Thanksgiving. And since I am Hispanic, what we do is a lot of the times we would well, my mom, my grandmother, my cousin, and my niece would like make tamales and stuff. I'm actually gonna try and make some like mac and cheese later on today, because we're actually gonna go over to my brother's house. I hear the doggo. I hear the wolf. Okay, the break room's this way. We want to go. Where do we want to go? Back to the car, right? Michelle made a cooking stream. Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I dipped out a little bit because I had gotten up around 4 in the morning or so to drive all the way back home the same day. So, yeah, I didn't get to see a lot of it, but apparently Michelle made, I think, mashed potatoes, and I forgot what else.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
I looked down the rippling water, the moonlight danced over each and every wave, a marching band. You gotta kind of get, oh, hello. In a way, you kind of got to get used to it. Especially when you're kind of like in the line of work. Mac and cheese and potato and mac and cheese with chicken and thing of mashed potatoes. Yeah, apparently Michelle is struggling to mash some of the potatoes because they were really, really hard. That even though she boiled them, they came out really, really tough. And Chelsea had to take over in mashing the potatoes. Yep. Chelsea Strunk. I know that happened with my mom a few times because she also makes mashed potatoes. And whenever, like, there were times that it would get too much that she would ask me for help. And my mom makes really good mashed potatoes. Like, she always makes really good food. Well, this doesn't sound promising. Wait, did I see these before? What is your favorite food, like, in terms of that? Have you, like, are you a fan of turkey? Are you a fan of ham around the holidays? Do you go for mashed potatoes, mac and cheese? Like, for me, I love all kinds of food. But for me, I think it's like the potatoes my mom makes. Because she doesn't use milk, she uses chicken broth, if I remember right, to help smash the mashed potatoes, and they always come out so freaking good. And my brother, oh, he knows his ham.
You ready to go?
As ready as I'll ever be.
We're taking you back to our field office in Bright Falls. You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Hey, Mom. Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted
Man, we
me.
have many Thanksgiving with Christmas.
going
You
on?
duck.
I'm
Ooh,
totally fine. I slipped,
duck
that's all.
is pretty
God,
good.
it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Okay. Dad, it's Mom.
Don't worry, hon. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her.
Oh,
Luckily,
her.
I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Jesus, David.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Why didn't you call?
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
One thing I'm glad to say, like, since today is Thanksgiving, it's my cheat day, so I get to
Just
have some good
weird
food.
case, that's all.
Well,
And what a day to
if
cheat
you
on,
hate
right?
My years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
God, that's a
Love
throwback.
you, Dave.
Did you ever play Clue when you were growing up?
Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
But I always loved playing like those board games. Monopoly, Sorry, Clue. The way they both just sipped coffee at the same time. It's kind of weird how like they're mirroring each
Is there
other.
anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
No. No. They'd be in danger. It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then.
Now I remember Nightingale. He's the guy that like was chasing after us in the first game.
Tell us about the pages. You
Goose?
had
I've
one
never
listed
had
title
Goose.
page with you. Return. Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
I've had Duck.
Scratched out.
I
Yeah.
think I've had.
Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare.
Like an American Nightmare.
It doesn't make sense.
Ati and the janitors. That's the Bureau of Control right there.
I remember.
Me neither, but my dad, his grandma used to make goose for Christmas. Ah, alright. I like that suit he's wearing. I wouldn't mind having a suit like that.
Well, we have a great show for you here tonight. Alan Wake is here. Alan Wake, one of my all-time favorite writers and guests on the show. He's here to talk about his latest book. And as usual, I'll have
Hey, the world's got to Asgard.
Asgard is here. Hey, get ready, you crazy Vikings!
Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids. Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
We can't leave. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, that's cool how, like, it transposes itself. I think this is Sam Lake, the guy who plays Alan Wake. So, like, it's kind of meta. You're playing as him, playing as him.
Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on, sit down, sit down, sit down. Woo! Oh man.
It's
It
a
is
skull
so
thing
good to
that's
see you,
popular.
That
Blood
must be an
sausage. Ooh,
exciting
that sounds
time for you.
good.
Tell me, does it ever get old?
So does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what
Yeah, it's not a lake, it's an ocean.
really means.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay.
Yeah, I
you got
think
me.
this is
Good point,
Alan
verified.
being influenced by The
But
Dark
yeah,
Place.
I had to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man! That is spot on! Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. That's very meta.
Yeah, this game, like, it gets meta pretty good.
Initiation tells the story
Pretty
of a
well,
fictional
I should
writer
say. Not
named
pretty
Alan
good.
Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is
This is
tormented by
fine.
his dark doppelganger and guided by visions.
Really,
of the
Raisins? I did not know that.
detective he has written. That's right. Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? Well, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak? Are we all in your story, Alan?
Like I said, it's a little bit of a mind
I
screw.
wish you every success with your
Denmark, old
I hope
agriculture
it's as
technology.
successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation.
Yeah, I've heard that.
After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours. A book called Return, perhaps. Man, thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan. All this talk of meta-narratives. Kept expecting to disappear once this scene ends.
I love the fact that, like, it looks like he's bleeding in between the real world and the game world. Like, just when the lighting was changing, it looked like he was switching back and forth between the video game and real life. It could have just been the way the lighting was shifting.
Hello? I'm losing it. Something's not right here. I needed to get home. To Alice.
Oh yeah, that was kind of like how they did it over here too.
What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story.
Alan Wake 2 soundtrack slaps. Yeah, it is pretty good. I can only listen to a couple seconds of it though because of, you know, copyright.
Old Gods of Asgard. That name sounded familiar.
665, Neighbor of the Beast.
I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my
Hey,
mind?
this is a guy from Control. He's like the main doctor. My interpretation of many worlds. One, two, three. Well, I've done all I can do. Okay, so we gotta find
Hey! I think I've been locked in.
multiverse.
Anybody?
Well, this does.
Now I have to find the code myself.
This game does take place in the same universe as Control. In fact, the Federal Bureau of Control, like that building I went to earlier, was literally the like a research center for the Bureau of Control. And so this is the thing I'm thinking. So the Federal Bureau of Control came here and they were asking questions like, what's going on? Like, is it this stuff is being willed into the... Basically, they're trying to ask, is everything that's happening in the terms of... Because here in Alan Wake, the premise is that this area, anything that somebody creates becomes real. So, like, say if you write a story, it becomes real. And what they're trying to figure out from the Bureau of Control is it the fiction itself creating itself and here... I hope I'm explaining it right. Like, is the fiction itself creating events that led to its own realization within the world? So it's like say if you thought of a story of like pink elephants, like it would the idea of like the pink elephants manifest in your mind so that when you wrote about pink elephants, the pink elephants would appear. Or is it a thing where, you know, somebody has to write it, and then once it's written, somebody else has to observe it, and then that observation is what creates the thing becoming real? I hope I'm explaining that right. It's pretty cool. I played the first game, and this is kind of like sort of the same thing. They've done a little bit something different, having to go open world. So now I'm just, like I said, trying to figure out things. Right, yeah. Okay, so we have to figure out how to... Wait. Would it be 665? Understandable explanation. Yeah, I was hoping to... Hey, I was right.
There was something here. A broken transmission I couldn't quite make out. What was that? A message? Impossible to say. There was something in the studio with me. I had to get out.
I love the graphics on this. You know, it's crazy to think how far video games have come. So by the time Chelsea will get around like 2, she'll have a lot of experts to help her if she gets stuck. That is if she gets back to it. I know she's playing a whole bunch of other games. And then, not pile on, but I kind of sent her one recently as a little Christmas present. She has to, yeah, that was also true. She has to finish the first Alan Wake.
Waking up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air. This place felt familiar. A ghost of a memory surfaced, about riding here for countless days. A plot board for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how Alan was going to play differently.
Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
And then he escaped. Okay, so waking up to a nightmare. Had a talk show, I felt I was right at home. My room was my safe haven. My writing affected what was outside. I was trying to write a story to escape this place. The story is called Initiation. With the story I wrote, I projected myself out to look for a way to escape. I tried many times, failed. This place made me forget. There's a lot of games to finish. Yeah, she honestly does have a lot of games to finish. It's because like she gets into one game and then she starts playing another one. That's why I like whenever I play like story-based games, I always try to finish one, you know? One, maybe two. But if anything, it's one nowadays. That way I can at least squeeze out as much of it I can.
I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room. Like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out.
I love like the camera angles of this.
Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
So yeah. Especially when you're as big as she is, that like you want to bring in like different people. I just know that like she probably won't ever play the Persona games just because like they're so long, and then she has to set aside so much time just to finish that one. Like if she were to go through Persona 5 that I got her last year or the year before that, she would wind up being
we have Alan Wake here. The best-selling writer, the books, the films are based on. Let's do this!
The thing is like with the probably saying, well, Elden Ring isn't that long. It's only about 40 hours or so. It's the thing with like having to
as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
With Elden Ring, it's not a long game necessarily. It's the fact that like you have to replay it so many times that makes it long.
But how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
So basically, Alan Wake is the Alan Moore of the video game world. If you don't understand that joke, Alan Moore is Alan Moore is a comic book / graphic novel writer, and he hates everything that's like an adaptation of his work, like in film, animation.
We have a clip from the new film.
Like he hates V for Vendetta, he hates Watchmen.
Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Like I said, Alan Moore hates everything, and he's made it no secret that he hates pretty much everything associated with his work that's not the original.
It was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window, my own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
That's great. Murder Case Casey. Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta.
And what's funny is that this guy, Sam Lake, is actually the creator of Alan Wake.
What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
Like if Herdgate would hit all the Tintin movies. Yeah. Like I said, Alan Moore is like really, really like vocal that like he hates pretty much everything that has his name on it that's like a work of his. Or like a based off a work of his. Like I don't think he said one nice thing about any of the adaptations of any of his work. Which is odd because you would think like a lot of people would be like, oh no, you know, I enjoyed what they did. He is kind of a grumpy old man. If you think like a old school wizard, he kind of looks like one. Oh, hold on, what did that say? $665. Oh, it's not $665 anymore, huh? So now we gotta find a new number, huh? 565. 565. Well, I don't think it's that like he doesn't like change. I think he's just very particular about how his works are put out and how they're taken, you know? For one, like V for Vendetta, like the graphic novel and the movie do have like similar tonalities, but on the end it's kind of like I'm trying to think of like how he put it. So the V for Vendetta graphic novel is a condemnation of like fascism and, you know, showing how like anarchy can be used to, you know, change it, but it doesn't really promote anarchy as like the save all be all. Whereas the movie kind of does promote like, you know, the
Hello?
but you still can't deny how good, you know, V for Vendetta the movie is. I mean, Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman. Hey, yeah, this is Ati.
Ah, Lorraine, there you are, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit.
This is the guy from Control. He's the janitor from the Federal Bureau of Control.
Good to see you.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
No totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
I'm sorry, have we met before?
Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor?
Yeah, I remember you.
You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you
I
get
wonder,
to
like, what was the inspiration to, like, get this
Where do you
guy
want me to get from the basement?
to play this,
And my
like,
name's
character?
Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katsoppa, a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin?
If I remember this right, this guy's, like,
Man with a
Finnish or
tool
Swedish.
can build his own exit. It's in a shoebox, in the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
Thank you, Ati.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark
If I
place.
remember right,
Any
like,
suggestions?
how's it Ati's able to do this? Is he basically like a god or something?
It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
I mean, kind of a bottle of vino rosso. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay. Oh, wow. Sì, bravissimo. This is my room. Okay, at least these doors will be open next time I come back here. I love the lighting. I love the fact that, like, it's got like this dingy, dirty, green fluorescent lights. So, fun fact about these lights, they can actually give you migraines. I know this because when I was in college, we were at, I was in film school, and one of the things I learned is that, like, this light can kind of mess with you, you know? It's the low level buzzing, and then the fact that, like, it can flicker, but it flickers at such a rate that, like, it can give you migraines. I do not, but I'd be interested to know.
An old lamp in a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me?
Pasta con la pasta. Really? Oh, this is the thing we saw in the trailer.
The lamp felt significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness. I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead.
Use the angel lamp to move lights.
Whoa.
Oh,
When the light
hello.
jumped into my lamp. The whole room changed, like something in a dream. Opening a way forward, the lamp was humming. The bulb glowed.
It kind of reminds me of that one thing Dumbledore used. I'm trying to remember the name of it. You remember when he took the lights out in the first Harry Potter movie? When Hagrid was going to go leave Harry at the Dursleys?
I felt another surge from the lamp. The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
Like, it's been forever since I've seen the Harry Potter movies. Like, I have them, like, on Blu-ray. Never seen the Harry Potters in a movie or a series buff. Like, I grew up on the Harry Potter movies, and, God, those are, like, such a big part of my childhood, you know? What if I do this? It doesn't seem like Alan's thing is fighting. Unless he does get like a gun later on. Last movie you saw on screen was episode 9. Last movie I saw was the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and then before that it was Killers of the Flower Moon, which is a great movie. I actually saw that with my mom.
The dark place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember the clicker, the light switch. I lost it, but I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror are real. It feeds off my mind.
Last Freddy's? I mean, it was alright, you know. I really did like the whole fact that they did animatronics made with practical effects, you know?
I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral in the darkness. I've dived to the bottom to find the answer, the map, and the key, and the compass. It's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door?
Animatronics scary. I mean, if you know the games, they're not really that scary. It's kind of like that thing. Unless you're really afraid of animatronics. Like, for me, I'm not really scared of, like, horror movies because I really do enjoy them. Okay, shoebox. But I do like the fact that the animatronics were all practical effects. I've been saying this for a while, like, horror movies really need to go back to more practical effects.
Somehow I knew the call was for me.
Because practical effects just look so much better in the long term. Because digital can look good or bad depending on how much money was put in and how much time was put in.
Hello?
Alan Wake?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
No? Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over. Shadows.
A sense of deja vu washed over me. Had I had this
Yeah.
conversation before?
Alan, listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station, the subway. You need to go there. I'll call you again later. Make sure to pick up.
Do I know you? I know you from somewhere.
You just forgotten again. We're in it together.
Oh, I like the graffiti on the inside. If you looked at the inside of that payphone booth, it said don't scratch, like don't just scratch or something like that. Oh, look, a subway pass. Thinking phone booth in Die Hard 3, right? I haven't seen payphones in a long, long time. That's because everybody now just has portable cell phones, so why do you really need payphones anymore? Let's see. Return, scratch, don't write.
The man had said Caldera Street Station. I had to go there.
Oh wait, there's a map right here. Alright, Caldera Street Station, up and to the right. This reminds me when I was in New York. The graphics do look good, right? Especially if you come back for like the original game to now, they look really, really good. I can see why it took them a while to get this game out. If they were working on, you know, this much. Oh wait, hang on. Has it been 3 years? It feels a lot longer than this game. Oh, so one thing I did say on my Twitter is I'm going to be moving my streaming location. Like, probably before the year ends.
The Caldera Street Station sign was there, but the entrance was missing. I had to make it appear.
Room, yeah.
I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance. The lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
So it's still gonna be in the same house, but like, it's because one, I kind of want to move like my streaming setup. In order to do that, I kind of gotta move like my whole setup to a different room. Yeah, because this is my bedroom slash, you know, streaming room. And it would be nice to have a lot more room in the background and have more stuff in the background rather than just like curtains and stuff. I also want to see if I can get a new webcam. I'm guessing we go up. Talked about that. We're not gonna. Yeah, well, I know with Chelsea, when she moved out,
It was locked from the other side.
You die here, lost. This way, I'm guessing? But it would be nice to have a lot more room here.
There was a light at the end of the alley ahead.
Neighborhood illumination. Your fault. You lost her. It's definitely like... Damn. Cult of the Word. So you have the Cult of the Word and the Cult of the Tree.
Is this the way it was on the page?
What the hell? Oh, hey. We met had a door show.
Alan Wake, the writer. I'm Alex Casey. I'm looking into a murder.
Come on, what?
God, the facial animations are so good.
There's a piece of evidence, a manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
A manuscript? What manuscript? I need to see it.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next
Oh, I love that.
victim? Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
And he's dead. I love the music. And of course, I'm going to wander down this lonely, deserted alley.
Damn it. I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was just gonna keep killing me here, loop by loop. You're not gonna get what you want. You think you know. You know shit. You don't really wanna know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
So fun fact, the guy that voices this guy that's on the ground, he's actually the voice actor for Max Payne. There we go. Ooh, we got a revolver now.
This was an echo of the books I had written for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective. I had a light now. I needed to get back to the subway station entrance.
Shit.
With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
In the games, the original video games, which by the way, the video game company that made the Alan Wake games is also the same company that did Control and the Max Payne games. And they are, after this game, they are going to do a remake. Whoa! Ow!
The shadows faded out. Until they didn't. They were trying to stop me. With the gun and the flashlight, I could fight back.
Okay, so Wake is going to play a lot similarly to...
In the subway entrance now.
Yeah, that's Remedy Games. They originally put it out as a publisher, and then Rocksteady picked it up after Max Payne 3. But I think now the rights have gone back to Remedy. Which is crazy to think of, but then again, Max Payne hasn't done anything since Max Payne.
Find another light to go deeper inside.
I'll take those painkillers though. You know, it's odd that like they have so many games like where the main character can take painkillers to heal. It's like this, Max Payne. Okay, I need to take the light. One thing I really do like is that they had to basically do two different versions of this game. They had to do it where you add the light and one where you subtract the light, so that you gotta figure out puzzles and stuff. I really do want to play like the Max Payne games again, though. I mean, the first two probably haven't aged that well, but I know 3 aged phenomenally. I think even Downgrade was playing that recently. Oh, hello. We're never out of your way. Align the echo by approaching it from a specific angle.
I had written books about Alex Casey for years. Something lingered here. A line from a half-forgotten story.
Rain tried to wash away the sins of this city. But some sins, the evidence of the crimes committed, could never...
Like, if you hear this guy's voice, it is literally Max Payne.
Therapy from Dr. Jack Daniels. It remained bruises under my skin.
I love the fact like you see like the actor in the background.
Scar tissue on my heart. The rain never stopped falling. And I never stopped drinking.
There's a certain place in Max Payne, the pizza vice for a Danish. That's pretty funny. I think probably one of my favorite Easter eggs. One of my favorite Easter eggs was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Okay, you know this is gonna be Chelsea's like favorite game because she literally has to drink coffee in order to survive. And I bet you 100% that when and if she plays this game, she's gonna be like, I feel seen, or these characters are me, drinking coffee to save our lives. I love the fact that you just see everything.
Hello. Oh. Hey, Alan.
Hey, this is Shawn Ashmore.
Snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map if you want to take a look.
Right.
Still haven't found my mystery man, though.
Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew. All I have is a name. Warland Dorr.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him. The guy has many disguises, but a talk show host? I'll keep looking.
You're making a map.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places. I find interesting things like those strange markings that react to the light, but never the one thing that I'm looking for.
An exit.
Feel free to check the map out. Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I appreciate the help.
So I'm guessing that he got pulled into here. I wonder how long time she'll use just to customize. Well, you can't really customize in this game. Or do you mean in a different game?
my crazy wall. I'm just trying to make sense of things. Don't judge me.
I'll trade you walls any day.
That's the morgue. About to give evidence to the FBI. George transported me here to this dream reality. Why? Alright. Facts. Missing time, no memory. Until now, I have always ended up here. How will I forget when I get out? Abducted, UFOs, door, UFO, polyhedrons, dreams, me, but not me. Others I know yet are different. Red woman? Oh, that's Jessie. The red-headed woman. That's
See you around, Alan.
literally the only woman with red hair in the Alan Wake franchise. Or in this franchise, I should say.
There was something hidden here. Light would reveal it. The phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Alright, Limousine. Words of power can be used to make Wake stronger. You can assign them in the writer's room. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Limousine. I really do appreciate it. Restore health for... Which one would I like? I think this won't work. Oh, hello. All right, let me see. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I do appreciate you chatting for a bit. Hope to see you over there at Chelsea's. It feels so weird that this is now open world. But it, you know, works, you know? So I'm guessing we would need the light. Oh, here we go. Words of War. Full stop. Increase damage up by last bullet in revolver's chamber by 25. Let's do this one. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a little snack. It is Thanksgiving and it's also my cheat day. Ah, batteries. There we go. Nice little shortcut. Alright, now we got the 2 lights we need. It's kind of weird that we can only use... You know, the... Ah, okay, so we got, Oh, wait, never mind.
The gates to the platform were closed. I had a ticket.
Come on, Alan. Nah, I guess it makes sense why you would need a ticket here. You could have always just hopped the turnstiles, but...
Something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed more. Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. An echo.
Here we go. They look kind of...
Something was here. A vision about to reveal itself. I needed to look at it from the right angle.
Is this it? Trying to figure out how this works. Usually they would give you like some feedback in the game. Ah, okay.
FBI agent had come here before me on the trail of a murder cult. He'd gone missing, presumed dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow, connecting the dots from one murder to the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the city map. Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
I had a flash of inspiration. The ghost of my fictional detective. A story thread I could use in my writing. I had a
Okay, select FBI plot element.
I would put them together, write them into my story to create a path deeper into the dark place. Things clicked into place. The story rang true. I was making progress. The dark place reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
Yeah, that's weird what he wrote. They caught him. A blood trail led to the darkness of the tunnel.
The Fed had glimpsed into the maw of darkness. It swallowed him whole.
I'll tell you one thing.
The tracks led into the tunnel.
Wake had his whole first game based on the fact that he had writer's block. I don't think he got writer's block no more. Due to the fact that he's been in here 13 years writing.
The blood trail continued deeper into darkness. The sound of that.
Reload, quick save. Hey, that's a symbol of the cult of the tree.
The tunnels were a maze. The blood trail led me on.
Hold on. I saw something. Words of aid. Let's do this one. Alright, so we're looking for a trail of blood, right? Locked, yep.
It was locked from the other side.
So I need to find a light in here. Wait, did I see something I could pick up or interact with? No.
Another place to use in the story. I needed to search the tunnels for further visions. Inspiration for the story that would lead me deeper.
You found a new scene, go to the plot board, and rewrite reality in the collapsed tunnel.
I had a new scene to use, a new setting. I changed the story, and with that, the dark place changed.
It's bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit. Let the day shift handle it. What happened, anyway?
Some Fed came looking for the cult, but it was a trap. A satanic blood sacrifice.
Anyone who gets involved with the cult, they're next. I heard their leader is this famous writer, Alan Wake. Their unholy motherfucking messiah.
Sounds like a load of bull.
My writing was affecting reality.
That is cool that like the location changes based on like the story prompt. Now, I was about to say, before I take the light, I want to check in here, make sure I grab everything possible.
Another echo lingered here, a source of inspiration.
Word is your research can help me, ma'am. What do you know?
There's more than one urban legend about the Cult of the Word. The murder cult used these tunnels for their ritual sacrifices. They say the cult reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's.
Those are that's the lady who Saga.
Under a false identity, Mr. Scratch, which is, of course, a nickname for the devil himself.
It was disturbing finding myself in the story this way. But
That was the lady
and it
that
felt
like
right to
saw
the
the
story.
murder of Nightingale.
I had a new beat for the story.
Murder cult. You can only rewrite reality in a scene you're currently in.
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Yeah, I see them. I see them in the shadows. All right, now we can change the scene.
I was making my way deeper into the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel. The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. Their twisted Bible.
There's a lot of writing. Where's the area I had to go over here, right? It's like an area filled with water.
It could not be opened on the side.
Okay, not there. I think it's the other side of the train. Yeah, that area is in the previous scene. Where are you guys? Oh, there it is. All right.
The water was gone. The way forward was open.
We're definitely gonna take everything we find. Need money to buy books. Light will show you the way. Is that Auntie I hear?
Hey,
Oh, it's Ashmore.
Tim Breaker, in case you don't remember again.
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
How's your search for Mr. Door going?
It's not great. This dream we're in, putting a lot of roadblocks in my way.
The sketch you have does look like the door I know. The talk show host.
All I know is the door has something to do with what's happening to me. And he knows that I know. He's like some sadistic mastermind torturing me.
So you think this is a dream?
I'm not ruling it out. You know, my dreams have always been...
Wait. If I remember right, isn't
They feel real
John Ashmore's character a character in another game? I think it's Quantum Break.
Someone else. A different person with a different name living a different life in a different world. Alternate realities, maybe. But certain things don't change. Like Door.
Hang on, I gotta re-listen to what he just said. Yeah, you think it's a dream?
So you think this is a dream?
I'm not ruling it out. You know, my dreams have always been incredibly vivid. They feel real until the second I wake up. In dreams, I'm often someone else.
So, if you guys don't know, this guy was the main character in a video game that came out exclusively for the Xbox way back, called Quantum Break. And that game, basically the whole premise is that you he could basically control time. Like, he could slow it down, he could speed it up, things like that. I think this is around the time that, like, Remedy started doing their own things. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He knew that impossible horrors lurked behind storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and drive until he passed out or ran out of booze. This is cool that, like, you would think these are just regular signs, but they're actually like... Oh, hello. Okay, let's do some quick slotting. Need help. Good luck.
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
Alright,
I had found another compelling location to use.
let's use the missing FBI agent.
Hello? Anyone there? Dead.
It looks like we have to switch it up to the murder cult. Okay, let's see what changes.
The plot changed the details of the world.
The door is open now. That's pretty creepy. I like they just have his body just staring up, trapped in a loop.
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play. The scene and plot beat made sense together. The cult poured the gasoline into the train car. An iron cage. Soon became a coffin.
Man, these guys hit hard. Ooh, there's an echo right there.
Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could
You
use
can
it in one
review
of the scenes I
Echoes.
found.
Go on, ma'am.
This is where the
It's bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit.
This is the stuff that like we've heard before.
The scene had changed.
Locked.
It was locked from the other side. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
Ugh. Yeesh. This is messed up. Let me guess, someone's gonna be alive still.
None of this was real. It was all real.
There's a lot of dead people in there.
Fuck me.
Okay, I saw a thing right here. Okay, there's something behind there. Ah. Plot board.
I had to be at the scene to see and understand it in order to change it.
So do I have to go back up here to change it?
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Nope. It would have to be the murder cult. Maybe? Oh no, it doesn't change anything here. Ah. Never mind. Alright, words of action. Increases damage to enemy in close proximity by 10%. Oh yeah, let's do this one.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
I'm guessing like the shoebox kind of works like the save boxes from Resident Evil. Okay, let's put you back. Can't put it back here. Put you back. Put you here, and that should clear up there. that how I'm supposed to do it? I believe so. What? Shit. Alright, find inspiration for the subway station.
The new story beat fit the story perfectly.
Hang on. If we go through there, we'll be able to, does this open? It does not. I do kind of like the fact that like you have to sort of plan things out a little bit better. You can't just run around willy-nilly. It's a go way to get jumped by these guys.
The echoing hall had a story to tell.
Let's see.
I had a new location for the story.
Open everything. And it's very good for the Dark Presence to leave all this stuff here for me to pick up. Would it be the murder cult?
The hole had changed into the murder cult's hideout.
Alright, let's try it again.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. I had a new idea, a new story thread.
The summoning ritual.
This was dark, but the story had to be dark.
Your friends will meet him
Yeah, I think that's what we had to do.
Alan Wake. Alan Wake. Alan Wake.
Put that back. This way is now open. As I really do like the fact that you have to use this flashlight sparingly, because there's not enough ammo to keep these guys away. Yeah. Take that word of power, word of action. Ooh, another echo.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge.
A new story thread? Ooh. Well, if we're doing stuff with like barrels, wouldn't that be like the torchbearers thing?
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was... Alan Wake.
Kind of funny, like how with Saga, we have to worry about staying in the light, whereas with Alan, it seems like the dark is. Oh, we're back at the original area. Ooh, flares. I'll take those. And looks like a flashbang.
Had to be at the scene.
Alright, let's look at the... Complete the ritual in the collapsed tunnel. Okay, that's this way.
The scene changed with the story.
Yo, hello. Oh, crap. Come on, Alan.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Hey, that thing tore up that subway train.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
Boy. Come on, Alan. I know you can run faster than that. You may be alright, but that doesn't mean you gotta run this slow.
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
I realize we still have a light on the lamp. Wait a minute, this looks like the forest. Oh, it's when they sacrificed Nightingale.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
And now it's that whole thing of like the riddle, right?
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
I'm guessing with everything Alan wrote, that's how he's able to come back.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem?
Writer of the first word, not the writer of the last. With the terror of the light, the shadow cast, the third eye now open, the project of the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath, the dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
No doubt. So I guess now we're figuring out how Alan got back to the real world. Ooh, words of gun. Roulette. 5% chance not to consume ammo when firing the revolver. Because we haven't found the flare gun or anything else. That'll probably come later.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
What's up, dude? We're actually gonna be going later on to my brother's. That's why I'm not eating turkey yet. I barely got back last night, so I'm glad that today is my cheat day.
Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step
Loving
closer
memory
to
of
escape.
Alan Wake.
Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead.
Well, it'd be nice if you got my username right. Look tired. Yeah, so here's the thing. I got up yesterday at 4 in the morning, drove from Dallas to here in about 10 hours, 45 minutes. Went to the gym right after I got back. Ate, fell asleep, did a small stream, fell asleep for a little bit. My dog woke me up about 2:30, around 4 o'clock or so. I actually fell asleep watching videos on my PlayStation. Woke up because my dog woke me up like at 4:30 in the morning, and then I've been up since about 6:30. Ever since like it gets cold here it gets cold. Like we bring my Doberman in, and he wakes me up whenever he has to go outside. I might take a nap in a little bit though.
Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice
Nap with my feet elevated. Yeah, probably sounds like a good idea. But I'm glad like I'm home, for the holiday. Yeah, it makes sense. It's funny, isn't it? Like, I think sometimes I get my 8 hours more on the road than I do here with my dog waking me up. Whoa, hello.
Alice's photo equipment.
God, look at these. These take me back. You had to sleep your feet elevated. Not just nap. I guess it makes sense.
Alice! Alice!
Alice,
Pick photos for exhibition.
this is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Pretty nice house, but why would you need like 3 closets? Or is that just one big ass walk-in closet?
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
But yeah. You know, I'm just glad to be home, you know. Video art doc screens multi-focal point of the dark place. Is she trying to figure out a way to bring us back? Yeah, it's definitely good home time, you know.
Part 1. What was Alice working on?
God, I always hated losing memory cards. Got to get like some SSDs in there.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist.
Yeah, I remember that. Didn't we find some at the Grip House more than a few times? That people would just leave them there by accident.
Creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me.
Yeah, I remember a few. Sometimes I would even find them in the labs.
We loved each other.
Hey, have you heard anything new about what they're going to be doing with the school grounds now?
Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington.
Washington, that's where the first game takes place.
Until we got there. We argued.
Kicking the homeless out. I mean, it makes sense.
And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly.
So she doesn't remember about the dark place.
I think it was my fault.
Gonna be a satellite studio for Santa Fe Studios. Really?
Too, sometimes. About 6 years ago,
Lodging. Wow, that's gonna be pretty cool.
I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking.
Wonder what it would cost, like a production for that. Because I mean, it's plenty of
Alan was back.
shoots, you know, plenty.
Haunting me.
That would be pretty cool to see, you know.
Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster.
I mean, there's plenty of rooms there to, you know, set up like a pretty good studio size.
He always did have anger in him.
And they're doing a road access to the theater stage. All right.
I set up cameras around the apartment.
Maybe one of these days I'll see if I can't drive up there
Now, when the monster comes,
or so and see what they're doing or what it looks like so far, you know?
my nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Uh-oh.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
I like the fact that like you see like the thing like glitching in and out. Nice camera work, right? I like the color grading too. Like as a former, you know, gaffer, it looks really well done, like the lighting and
I
everything.
sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself
Like the
through
soft
dark
blues and the mild oranges. Yeah, they're set in the same universe.
The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looked me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Like I said, the way that the lighting looks is so good. Trying to figure out what they would have shot this on. Camera work is very Netflix. Yeah, I can sort of see that. They got a lot of Dutch angles going on and everything, but they want to give it that like surreal feel to it. So Scratch possessed us? Yeah, I was about to say it's either a red or black magic. I think the probably black magic with the like amount it looked. I don't know, it could be either or. But what really gets me is the lighting. Like I love the lighting of it. Cause you know me that like when we were working at school, like a lot of the stuff I would do would be lighting. Right fudge is a more multi-landscape.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
Like
And
even in the game, the
Scratch,
lighting looks
the
really
Dark
good.
Presence wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, The Pages
The
of
Hands?
Confining, but your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls.
The uncanny faces, they're not that bad.
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by
I
bit.
notice
as it
how they don't move
unfolded.
the wrist. Yeah, that's
That
kind of
dark
like
presence was still bound to the lake. I
they're
stopped
kind of
it
like
before
stuck
it
at
got
like
the
an
ending it
angle.
wanted, before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look,
Yeah, the wrist is kind of like locked. It's like they're
my memory is full of holes, and
like you can see a little bit of like the wrist movement, but a lot of it's like
half-forgotten dream.
like semi-locked. Just them both drinking coffee at the same time.
Mr. Wake,
Speaking of how could they release this, have you seen like the 3 worst games this past year? The Walking Dead Destinies, King Kong, and Lord of the Rings Golem. Yeah.
Written into the story.
I think I saw you
Like those games look bad.
in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Like I'll send you like the people are buying it and playing it, just shows. Yeah. The thing is that like I don't think it would have been as bad as if the games were like not priced full price. You know what I mean?
Much of it.
You know what I mean? The games are basically like charging like AAA prices, but the prices aren't like anywhere near reflective of like the quality of the
Seems like
game.
a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Like, so it's not hard to do like a good game, a good what do you call it? A good game based off of a license. You know, we've had them before, but one thing I gotta wonder is like, why would you make a game based on Gollum and then not make it similar to like Styx? You know what I mean? This issue we give, yeah. I think they actually closed down, I think. Oh no, Embracer Group, that's the one that owes like the Lord of the Rings license, right? Yeah, this doesn't this like remind you of LA Noire? I know they lost a ton of money. They own Gearbox, they own Arcane. Oh wow. Like I said, for some reason I'm thinking like one of these times like it's gonna turn into like Charlie from Charlie Day's character from Where's Sunny, and he's just gonna pop up and do the meme. I keep forgetting his name. Cause it's like I can't remember them. I can't remember the names off the top of my head. Frank is the only one I remember because it's, you know, Danny DeVito.
No.
Enter the cauldron by reciting the poem. Like I said, I wonder how many like detectives use that IRL stuff.
Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a rider who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this?
The numbers, what do they mean, Mason?
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that
They
mean
would have
it
given it
Scratch's
to him
followers?
already.
How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Alright, time to the Mind Palace.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place.
You rhymed place with place. That is bad rhyming.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Forspoken was on top 3 bad games list. I think the thing is that the game was... It could have been good. It could have been a good game. The problem is that... One, the game was open world, but there wasn't nothing to do. And 2, the writing felt super, super bad with, like, everything involved. Like, the writing... And, like, the biggest thing to me was, like, the writing of everything. It felt worse than, like, a modern Marvel movie.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be
You
careful.
know, I couldn't find you trying to make a game. And another thing, the way with the main character, they made her like pretty unlikable.
Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time.
Like, yeah, you understand like her circumstances, but
Cultists stared at her.
I don't know. They just made her seem really, really too standoffish.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Standing inside the trailer.
Yeah, like I said, it just felt like
Saga had seen
it
Wake's
could have been a
fabled
good
clicker for
game,
the first time.
but I don't know. They really, really tried way
now claiming about her.
too hard and somehow not at all.
She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the
You
trailer.
can only give
She was
like, you
there,
know, a
but she wasn't
performance
alone.
when you get like the
A cultist
amount.
stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal.
If you recognize this guy's voice, it's actually Max Payne's voice actor.
Badge on that flannel.
From now on, you can switch between Ellen and Saga's story via the bucket in the janitor's break room. But also consider that it came out literally days before our Hogwarts Legacy. I can see that. I mean, I know Hogwarts Legacy was going to get people playing it. One, because people were going to play it, like, because they were fans of, like, the original.
Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
That he was going to, that people were going to play it just because they were fans of Harry Potter. And then a lot of people were going to play it, you know, on other reasons. What's funny is that, like, Hogwarts Legacy didn't even get a mention for Game of the Year. Speaking of Game of the Year, I want to see the Game Awards, not next week, but the week after. Or at least see the announcements, or hear the announcements.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. A dark presence had stopped me. I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it.
Yeah, like I said, it could be going either way, you know?
I would write a new draft of initiation to reach Parliament Tower using another murder site. Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out, but still in danger.
Welcome. Our guest tonight is Alan Wake. This time he wanted to do something.
I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestled with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, The Divine.
Okay, looks like I can't switch reality right now.
Something very special. The song is called Herald of Darkness, but I like to call this next segment the story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical.
It was locked from the other
A
side.
musical.
Just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
Oh, dude, I don't know if I told you, but I was playing that new Hellboy game. Man, that game was really, really disappointing. I won't deny the voice acting and the visuals are good, but the gameplay felt way too slow for me, especially based on like the other roguelikes that I played, like, you know, Hades, Returnal, Hellboy Web of Word. It just came out recently. Yeah, it's it's like a beat 'em up roguelike game. So basically if you die you start again. I got to like kind of like the last bit without that much difficulty. And like I said, I like the voice they got. They got Lance Reddick to do the voice of Hellboy. And he does a good job. But when they did the whole thing of when they did the gameplay, it felt really, really slow. Like even his quick attacks felt super slow.
I need to check this out.
He is. It was finished before it went into post production after he died.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
They're taking their time, so just be careful out there.
But yeah, I looked it up.
Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay.
I mean, they tried with David Harbour as Hellboy. They really, really tried. To me, Ron Perlman would always be Hellboy just because he does a really good job at the role, and I think his voice fits really, really well. Probably better than like Lance Reddick, who did also a really good job.
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone. For Watery.
Mayor Setter will stand up for justice.
Like I said, they really tried, but they weren't nearly as good as like the first two Hellboy movies.
Ah, long time and no see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin.
Thor and Odin, those are the two guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know. Like, I know he can grow a beard and everything. Oh yeah, I've seen that, or he's like jacked as hell. But I don't know. I can't see him doing like a super intimidating role as, you know, as Wolverine.
Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls.
I can't wait for Deadpool 3 though, next year.
I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at a nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on
Our old people.
Sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus. Thanks.
So everybody knows me, but I don't know anybody else. Doesn't this look like, what's his name? Oh, never mind. You know, the guy who plays Eggsy, he was supposed to make a cameo. Yeah, I heard that, but I think, didn't he get, like, accused of, like, a sexual assault or something like that recently?
The flooding.
Or am I thinking of Ansel Elgort?
More like underwatery.
But it's...
I'll have to tell Casey that one later.
Hey, what did you used to say your dream job was as a kid? I bet it wasn't dock worker.
I don't know about all that, but idle hands are the devil's playground, so...
Well, us fishing types appreciate you all, at least.
I do want to see that new movie that Matthew Vaughn's coming up with. What's it called? The
Trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga.
I can't wait for that new movie with Matthew Vaughn. What's it called?
Watery's definitely
That's a nice beard.
How's it going?
I bet they have good fish here.
I'm just gonna steal your bullets that you keep in your cooler.
You rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Hello. How are you?
Not the Budweiser bullets. Well, I mean,
A trailer park.
could you call this Budweiser because this is Washington?
Was from Sweden.
So I think it'd probably be more Bush.
Kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice. Ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
The half deer, half man monsters? Oh, sure, I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Use your old man strength.
Just to stay in the sauna for now. Enjoying the sauna?
There's like a sauna here.
Amazing on my creaky old joints. Yeah,
So that's why like these guys are here. It's like a retirement home, like
we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
yeah, there was like a guy in the beginning that like he was naked, he got killed, and they show him, and apparently he and non-circumcised.
Sauna doesn't fix what ails ya. You're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
And for some reason, they did a lot of over-the-top headshots when you're looking down at his corpse.
Hot.
I talked to Ilmo.
Have you heard old Pat's radio show lately? Yeah, I fear he's losing his grip on reality.
I don't care to listen to pointless gibber jibber.
Okay, where's this damn trailer park at? You know, it's weird, like, you hear trailer park and you think, you know, somewhere out in the middle of Kentucky or Missouri, not Washington, you know?
Can't open this with my bare hands.
All right, Ilmo, where are you at?
Hey, where's the time gone? There's just a wretched husk of what used to be me left.
Mood. Okay, is there like a map I can find? Oh, there's a fucking bar right here. Hey, look.
Excuse me. Do you know where? He's in the middle of a show.
This is the guy from Control.
First FBI agent to ever get shushed. Okay then.
That's like the janitor. You know what I bet this is? This is probably like people who like donated to the game to help get it funded. Either that or they're the developers. Play Control for about 30 minutes. That's fair.
You were a handsome dear.
That's fair. I know these games aren't really everyone's cup of tea. Thomas Zane, that's the name of the guy. Wait. Thomas Zane, he's been written out of existence. He wrote himself out of existence in the first game. So how is it that like his work is still all around? Oh, here's the map. Okay. We go down this way. Alright, the trailer park is down this way. He commits seppuku. Essentially, yeah. So basically, anything that happens in this game is that, like, if you write something, it comes true. So basically, he wrote that his wife came back to life. And after she came back to life, it wasn't really her. It was just like an evil spirit possessing her body. And so in order to undo what he did, he basically wrote her and himself out of existence. Oh, there you are.
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he
That guy's name is like one vowel away from like Elmo, and I can't unsee it.
Everyone in town missed you. Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh? It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently.
Coffee World. Isn't that like kind of the thing, like you could see like something like Seattle or Washington doing Coffee World?
We're busy building the floats for Deerfest. Don't go peeking though. You know.
Oh, dude, you know what I'm excited for? Next month, we're seeing like a commercial for, or not a commercial, a trailer for Red Dead. Not Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto 6.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous.
The guy with the beard, doesn't he look like someone you would see in, you know, Duck Dynasty? Back when, like...
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Yako. Her spare key is safe and sound.
I'm probably gonna be asked. You never know.
Happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer. All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you.
Yeah, see, this guy, doesn't he look like you would see him on Duck Dynasty?
I'd get them for you, but Yako and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Call the gift shop so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
What's up?
There's Coffee World.
What's going on? The crew working next door on the other side.
What was that?
Are they fixing up like the house? They're like renovating it or something?
Fuck! FBI, show yourself!
Ow! They must really need that money, and if they're working Thanksgiving. Does no one hear the gunshots? Remember the other place, you moved to the other side.
Turning into Taken. Is this the cult? Or the story? Or both?
Yeah, I do remember that like the other one you were was really messed up. So it's like they're rebuilding the other part that you were in. Yeah, that kind of sucks.
The cult is leaving supplies around for themselves.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically just fully renovating it. Well, in a way, I guess it kind of is a kind of good with the bad. Unless they're gonna move you back over there. It seems like it would be kind of a pain in the ass to like get all your stuff, move it to one part of the duplex, and then moving back.
What had kept Watery afloat all these years? A century.
Oh, you're staying there. Okay.
The locals knew the answer. Grit. Or as they put it in the language of their Finnish forefathers, Sisu.
Hey, Sisu. That's a movie I wanted to see.
More than ever. The town was fading. It never quite recovered from the lumber mill shutting its doors. Now the fishing was drying up as well. Most people had left to find jobs in other towns. Only the most tenacious stubbornly remained. Dug in. Parasites in the body of a terminal patient. Sisu. Some people tried to resuscitate the town. The Koskela brothers double-handedly warded off the impending darkness with their
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Coffee World brought tourists, money, and jobs. Coffee-themed fun for all ages. The Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club built parade floats. The bikers repaired vehicles and volunteered locally. But it wouldn't be enough.
New bathroom, new drywall, new floors, new kitchen.
The
Damn.
road was in sight. It was coming fast.
You know, I've driven through a bunch of those small towns that he describes. Like, I drove through one town, like, I think it was this past week or the week before, where the town's, like, max population was, I think, no more than 70 people. And it's like, how are these towns still around? You know, like, to those towns, it's like the only people that, like, that would probably stay there are the legacies, you know? You know, grandfather's grandfather. Or not even your grandfather, your grandpappy. My grandpappy settled this area before I was even born.
Another locked box.
Alright. Take the crossbow and put it back in the stash you're done. I changed the code. Ooh, a crossbow? But yeah, I've definitely driven through a lot of those towns where it's like the population is so small that like any amount of people that like come in would probably overtax them.
Saga was beginning to see why Casey disliked the woods so much.
There was a thing that I heard a while ago, like people in those small towns referred to
drifting from the amusement park.
what was it? It goes. It was. Some, I can't remember the exact joke.
Logan unsettled her. For the horror story to involve her was one thing.
Oh, now I remember. People in those super small towns refer to.
Something darted across the path ahead.
Was it that joke?
Saga drew a weapon.
I can't remember.
Her eyes searched the woods. A noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. A local. A man on the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted down at her. Hunting season was a bust!
Quick save. I wonder if we give stuff to like Alan. Can he give stuff to... Okay, let's read this again. Take out the crossbow, put it back in the stash when you're done. So we're looking at the crossbow. 7, 2... So we're looking at the crossbow. We're looking for 7, 2... Oh wait, hang on. There's 2 arrows in 2. So 2 twice, 2, 2, 7? Seven, 2, 2? Two, 7, 2? No. Seven, 7, 2. That could be it. Nope. Ah, 2. I didn't see this other arrow. 2, 5, 7. Oh no, it's 5, 2, 7. I didn't see the other arrow. Like, it's kind of hard to see. If you aren't wearing the mask, this doesn't belong to you. Yoink. Whoa. An instant transporting crossbow. Imagine like the FBI is just walking around with like a crossbow. You know, this thing probably does a lot of damage, but probably takes like an ass load of time to reload. And yes, ass load is a correct unit of measurement. One metric fuck ton equals 4 ass loads. Yep, that is true. Ugh. Yeah. Conversely, 6 boatloads equals an ass load. And we don't use the metric system because this is America. We don't listen to that, to the o'er the seas speak. Wait, Pat Maine. That's the guy who, like, tried to help Alan in the first game, right? God, this takes me back. Like I said, I used to make these. I made these for my mom when I was in...
Casey lunchbox?
Where? Where's the lunchbox? Oh, here it is. I lowered my rifle, standing on the car's roof, looked out of the car. Zombies had almost won. Lucky I was here. Heroes are sometimes people we least expect them to. Now my hometown is safe. Oh, wait, I can upgrade. Sorry about that.
Saga had lost count of how many shots she'd fired, but she was sure it must have been more than she had in her magazine, and yet she'd not run out of ammo.
All right, dude. Thanks so much. Have a good one, all right? Be sure to eat some good food. That's interesting. So Alan is writing her abilities in the manuscript. All right, dude. Catch you later. Quick slot down there. Quick slot right there. Quick slot right there. Quick slot. Pop some more pills. Yeah, there we go. That calms the shakes. Oh. Okay, this thing takes forever to load up. Wait, didn't these guys used to give out like... Oh no, he's not wearing a backpack. He's wearing a high-vis vest. You know, probably with some more manuscript pages, she can probably reload that way quicker. Bullets lodged in enemies will attract bullets fired near them. 2 shots fires 2 bullets before needing to be reloaded. Ah, that'll be a good one to have. I'm hitting the wrong button. I want to go into the... Let's see, right or left? We'll find probably another Alex Casey lunchbox.
More of those kids' lunchboxes.
Hi, Hero. I think a few pieces of paper from my private fanfiction project got mixed into these stashes. I don't know which ones. Posted them online. They're getting pretty good reviews.
Will you take a shower?
Okay. Another one of Wake's manuscript pages.
Scratch stalked through the forest. A terrifying dark presence in the night. More sense than seeing.
I'll be right back.
Darkness.
I know,
rolling
my
through
brother's
the skull,
calling.
like a storm cloud.
Hello? Not much, just here at the house. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I have, well, not on me. I have some in the bank. Are any of the stores open right now? Alright, well, we have water here at the house, but I can go buy some sodas. What do you need? Okay. Okay, then I'll go do that right now then. Alright. Yeah, sure thing. Alright, bye. Alright, guys. Well, I was gonna wait till Chelsea popped on to say hi, but my brother just called me. I gotta go buy some stuff at the store real quick, if they're open right now. Anyway, have a good rest of your night, guys. Stay safe, be safe. Have a good Thanksgiving, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Probably, if not later on tonight, then, you know. It doesn't look like there's anyone on right now, so we'll just go ahead and call it there. Anyway, later, guys. Bye-bye. Nah. Hang on. Like I said, the problem with, like, my stuff is that, like, sometimes it jumps over to one side of my computer, and I can't see it. Alright.